My sweet, sweet Virgos, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I'm using a Celtic 10 card spread that allows me to look at past, present, and future influences for the week. And as always, I'll be teaching the tarot through each card so you not only receive your forecast, you grow your own relationship and intuitive skill sets with the cards. Because that's what this channel is all about, the betterment of tarot and using it for our benefit. And this week, Virgos, I have got a lot going on, but at the end of the day, the message is a resounding believe in yourself and do the things that you know to be right for yourself, okay? Okay, let me just get into it, why I'm saying this. I'm going to start off with the first card placement, the significator, the general gist. This is a big deal in this overall reading. Because it's so important into the way that you're thinking and treating yourself. Okay, so the devil is a major arcana card. He's in that first placement, which is the general, the significator placement, which is, like I said, the general gist of the overall reading. And the devil is really funky magunky because in the exalted state, we're chained to people and situations and habits and maybe even thinking that is no longer serving our benefit. It also could be a reflection of looking at people in a devilish way. And I know some Virgos have been doing shadow work and fighting that devilish side that we all have to get into that spiritual balance and only let emotion and the heart and spirit be the leading kind of dictator of the way that you're going to live your life. And that's all great reflection. And also, too, I'll say this. I know a lot of Virgos have been, just as earth signs, we love abundance, including in the sexual areas too. So I'm an earth sign as well as a Taurus. And the devil is a representation of like going out to just have sex. All right, to not like be emotionally connected. So it's running the gamut this week, and it's been a buildup for quite a while now. But in the non-exalted state is where we really get the benefit of the devil. We need to break free from those chains. It's the ironic part in every deck. The devil's holding on to people with chains like locked around their neck, which is kind of funky in its own way, but let's get beyond that. But they're not locked. It's our choice to be there. It's like a voluntary sacrifice to stay in these positions, but it's not a sacrifice because we're trying to tell ourselves that to make it for our betterment. But that kind of reflection is over with. And so anywhere there's a toxic relationship, partnership, or viewpoint or anything that is just no longer working for you, especially in your character and ethics, it's time to break free. Because what's interesting here, I've got the devil, which is a major arcana, so we're having a life lesson here, Virgo, okay? And it's in the present. What's blocking that energy from you kind of breaking free of the kind of stranglehold that we've set ourselves in is that crossing card in that second position is the King of Cups, which is like the exalted state we all need to kind of go for. The king is only concerned about spirit and love and emotional flow, intuition, our subconscious, connecting with God. He lives in the material. He's got that strong platform like that rock he sits upon, but he's close to the water, which is a representation of all those kind of emotional flow energies. It's that psychic ability, like I said, and he's holding that big cup of heart and warmth and compassion and gratitude. He lives in this world, but he's only concerned really with the spirit. He said, why waste my time with the material? And the devil would have kind of a different connotation. So let's say you don't want to get emotionally attached in relationships. That's not going to work. Let's say you're dealing with someone that is a devilish personality that's being bullying and aggressive and trying to have their way over your way. And maybe it's also pushing buttons of character and ethics in you as well. And that's not going to work either. You got to go with the King of Cups. And also, too, if you've been doing that shadow work, looking at that dark side of stuff, which we all have to reflect on, especially in the healing world, the spiritual arts, we need to have that kind of viewpoint. We need to kind of encounter it so we become overall more balanced in being able to be a better healer or reader, whatever the circumstances are. So wherever you've been doing that, this is also a reflection. Job well done. Okay, so we need to move on from the devil. We need to flip the King of Cups onto his side. So again, that's almost a reflection of the balance of the material world, logic, intelligence versus the intuition, the spirit, our psychic abilities, what we need to trust in that gut feeling. And what's interesting too, I'll just hop around a little bit here, Virgo, in the gut feeling, in that fourth card position, the base of the matter in the 10 card spread. But I like to say what we're feeling in that gut is the Queen of Wands. And that's a reflection of you. It's the queen of the creative. It could be people around you. Let's say a woman that is really a good mentor or leader or creative energy, good at marketing, advertising, promotion, just an overall support for your kind of creative ideas and just who you are and wants to encourage you. But the realization is that seed lies within you, because that's maybe why you're recognizing in someone else and maybe you're attracted to it, right? It's a fire. We all like to sit around a nice fire. We feel warm, and that's the Queen of Wands kind of gig. She makes you feel warm even on a cold day, and or even our thinking. She's a lioness of protection and security. She's a charmer. She's compassionate and considerate. Like when you're talking to her, you feel like she knows everything about you. That's you, okay? So Virgo, that's kind of your inner talent. So trust this, because also at the end of the day, there's a lot of family stuff here. The legacy of wanting to have family, leave something behind for family. Just, just happily ever after. And we get a reflection of that in the third card placement in the top of the matter of the reading. And I like to say God's answer on how to navigate the week. And this card is beautiful. It's the Ten of Cups. We're ending the minor arcana suit of the area of the heart or emotions. Again, psychic ability, the flow of feelings, intuition. All that's the domain of the cups. We've already had the king. He doesn't like to be on his side. He wants to be flipped over and help the 10 to get to that happily ever after. And what's nice about the 10 of Cups is not only you wrapping up something in the area of the heart, so you need to look at the next horizon. It's coming. But the thing about the 10 of Cups in that kind of union, in that circle of life, of love, is respect, equality, peer-to-peer. I know who I am, what I am, my confidence, my self-esteem, my self-love is really heightened, and I want to give that out. I know who's good for my life and who's not good for my life. And that's kind of the thing I'm only going to allow in my circle. So wherever that kind of dream is, or if it's starting to unveil itself, which I think is starting to happen, because those possibilities and opportunities are there, you kind of want to bring everything else in your life full circle. And that's why the devil is sitting underneath the 10 of Cups. Let's clean up anything that we need to do here so we can move into the new kind of landscape that God has laid out for us, so we can enjoy that warmth, that divine order, the 10 of Cups, and we can enjoy the fire of the Queen of Wands as she's stirring new directions for us, right? And it's happening, it's so wonderful, Virgo, because also here we have even a reflection of Virgo and the life lessons that you have. So in the fifth card position is what's leaving our life for now. And the King of Swords, another king, so another royal sector of the royal court. And the highlight of the king is when we reach that pinnacle of either of spirit or of intellect in the area of the King of Swords. Is our intelligence, our thoughts, our communication skill sets, our strategy, analytical thinking, all during the whole journey of the swords. We're asked not to use emotion. I don't want to use flow. Like maybe that's why the King of Cups is on his side. You're still in that kind of gig. But the King of Cups, the King of Swords rather, tells you, no, by the time I reach this royal guy, I'm using my spirit and my intuition along with my intellect. It's a double-edged sword. I can cut away the BS, get to the truth. I can turn it like a Rubik's Cube to get to that seed of honesty and what's real. I can have consideration, though, for other people and their feelings, not emotion flow. Like it's feelings here, just understanding all different angles and perspectives, and I could come to a fair decision. Even if it's a hard truth, I could deliver it with a soft word, right? That's the King of Swords. That's how he gets his balance. He's that regal guy. And then also too, in the ancient tarot, it was about our identity. So we've been fighting for our identity throughout the whole journey of the swords, who we are, how we want to live our life, how we want to look at life, how we want to work, how we want to just exist, what our thoughts are. That's a domain of Virgo as well. You rule that intellect in the area of the zodiac. So that would be a reflection of you. So no matter where, do yourself this week, okay? And most importantly, believe in yourself. Break those kind of chains so we can get to the freedom that God's unfolding for you. And I think it's happening anyway, despite your best efforts, Virgo, because in the 6th card placement is what's happening right now. We have the Tower. The Tower is another major arcana card, so another life lesson. And when it appears for me, it's kind of a quasi past reflection, but because it's sitting in the present card of the 6th card placement, it's like you're still feeling the residuals, and that's not uncommon. The Tower breaks down all the structures in our life, all are those things that we've built up around us to maybe keep us in a stagnant rut, or maybe afraid of change, or maybe not leaving ourselves vulnerable. All those kinds of things. It's the only man-made structure in the major arcana, but it's the things that we've built up brick by brick that we need to blow away. And I'll also say this with the tower, there's probably been many signs of that change that needed to take place with you, and you were ignoring it. I've had it myself, and I've done the same thing, and God says, okay, all right, here I come. Shoom. I'm going to whip out everything for you. So that's the tower. It's always for our betterment and our benefit, but it can be really kind of shake us up to our core, because that's literally the whole point of it. I want to destroy everything that's no longer good for you, despite your best efforts to start, kind of sit in that situation or hold on to those people and situations, okay? So it's happening. You got to let it flow like a surfer on a wave. You got to ride with God to the beach. You could jump off. You'll still get to the shore, but it's going to be a rough and tumble ride instead of staying on the board with God right now. So let's trust that. You're already probably seeing it happening around you. You've been probably feeling it intuitively now for a couple of months, maybe even longer. But again, it's always for your betterment. So just, again, stay steady, Virgo. Believe in you and move forward in the belief of what you want to pull into the future. And I'm going to stick with it, because in the first card, like I said, the significator is the devil, that major arcana there, breaking free, which is the ultimate thing. And I'll also say the devil is addiction. So if you're dealing with any kind of addictions anywhere, just know that you're strong enough to break that habit as well, okay? Been there, done that myself, so I can speak from testimony. So the eighth is, the seventh card position is the way that we're feeling about ourselves. It's a direct extension of the first. And the Eight of Pentacles just tells me right here that you want that refresh, rejuvenation, that restart in the area of the material. I am in modern day tarot, it's mostly considered like work and our health and maybe community. But after so long of doing it, especially for a Virgo, which rules the Pentacles as earth signs, it's family, relationship, home, career, the way that we treat our bodies, the way that we treat our minds, and the way that we are in society. And that's always the lessons of the life. The major arcana, those life lessons are making us better people to be in society, not only just for ourselves, but for everybody else as well. And that's kind of the Virgo domain. You're meant to flow of that emotion, not to pour it away. And that's a reflection of the king and the king here. So the eight says, let's go in new directions. You want that. You want to break free from that devilish scenario, whatever it is in your head. So go do it. God's making the pathway for you. And see, he's got props around. He's got all those pentacles. So let's say it's to deal with work or money. Don't be afraid to go explore new avenues and opportunities. This is kind of like a little spotlight on you to be able to have a little good luck and divine order in those kind of exercises. So trust this as well. You know this is happening. The eight is appearing to kind of give you the back wind to your efforts, all right? So trust this. You know it's happening, and trust in you, because you got props about you. You know some stuff. You have some wisdom and experience. So don't be afraid to take the next step in the new direction. Again, on your own landscape, honey bunnies. All right. And other people are going to be kind to you as well. Maybe not in the people that are devilish, because those are just shady McGavey people to make us learn our life lessons and grow harder and more mature. But the Page of Cups in the way that other people view you in that eighth card position is literally self-love in tarot. So you're giving yourself that self-love. You're treating yourself with respect and care. And if you're not doing that, other people look at you like you need to do it. So take a real reflection on that this week, Virgo, because it's a key to you, because it's a key to all of us. If we don't start with self-love, how are we going to get self-esteem? How are we going to get self-confidence to move anything forward, right? All right. And no wonder the Tower is coming, because if we've laid stagnant in situations that have kept us chained, that no longer serve us, this is why this is happening. Okay? And no undermining yourself or doubting yourself here, okay? Because in the ninth card position of our hopes and fears is the Two of Swords. The two is like the starting of a new movement, platform stage, and going in a new direction. And again, it's our swords, which kind of you rule in tarot, intelligence, thought. But for the ancient tarot, it was all about like kind of not doing things for the indecision, and the indecisiveness comes from not doing what is right for us. We're listening to everybody else's chitter chatter, all their opinions and their viewpoints and the way that we should do things. Everyone's got an opinion during the journey of the swords, and that's the whole point of it, to give you that friction so you decide what is right for you. And I don't want you justifying or engaging or having to do any of that kind of stuff that drains our energy. Just more importantly, know who you are and stick to that and make that decision in your favor. Do not, because it's sitting in the hopes and fears, you're giving kind of power to authority to other people, and I don't want that, okay? Especially this week with so much on the line. One little week in the calendar, but it's a big deal for you, Virgo, about stepping forth for yourself and your identity and what you want to do and believe in it. God believes in it, so why shouldn't you, right? Okay, so let's have no fear there. Use the tool like a little trampoline. Bing! You're going off in a new direction. And I'll say this too, in the Journey of the Swords, we have the Three of Swords. You might know that card with the heart with the three swords pierced through it. You're going to kill off the authority anyway. You're going to kill off the patriarch, the way that we have to be in a society with family, community, our typical, stereotypical ways that we have to perform, that we have to adjust. We have to be like gumbo and to bend ourselves to other people's opinions in the way that we should do this. And this card is saying you're breaking that and you're going to break it. So you might as well do it today and not wait for tomorrow. And it's not going to go away, my Virgo friends, especially. This is so beautiful. In the 10th card and the outcome card, I'm saying that you are going to do the things that are right for you. I love this. So we got the Page of Wands. It's like, here I come with inspiration, imagination, ready to take off. I've got the golden fleece. I can accomplish anything. And, he's ready to take off. Like when you were a younger Virgo, I guarantee that you ran at an idea, whether it was love or work or whatever. You just ran at it. Nobody could tell you no because you just had a sense of adventure and were positive that was going to work out even if it didn't. But it's the spirit I'm talking about, that enthusiasm, excitement that's probably been missing for a while now, that's starting to stir in you because that new identity is emerging and God's going to match it with that creative energy and heart, right? And spirit and mind all are coming together collectively for you right now. So don't poo-poo that energy away. Grab onto it. Grab your imagination and inspiration and let's see where it takes us, because God's got the wheel right now, and instead, let's go have some fun and joy. You deserve it, okay? And I'll say this in the bonus card, especially since we have in the 10 of Cups, that happily ever after in the area of the heart. In the bonus, I have the happily ever after in the area of the Pentacles, in that material world. And it's family and home and relationship and work even too. The way that we're treating ourselves. More importantly, the way we're thinking about stuff. I often use with the 10 of Pentacles, like the White House, the picket fence. You're standing back. People are laughing and glasses are tinkling and everyone's having a good time. And you're standing back saying, yeah, it was all worth it. That's the journey of the minor suits. It's about a journey of ups and downs, right? Highs and lows. Climbing mountains to get to those beautiful valleys. And now the conclusion has come in both the area of the Pentacles, of the material, along with the heart. So trust this, my Virgo friends. Trust the legacy that you, in the dream. Virgos, all earth signs, basically do everything because they want to have happy family. They want to have happy people around them. They want to take care of those people. They want to leave a legacy behind to take care of them as well, okay? Not only as well you, but everybody else that you love. And these cards say that is all possible, and it's probably starting to unfold a little bit around you, but I just need you to catch up with the plot, okay? So believe in you. That's what this week is all about. Do not undermine your own authority. Do not let anybody else take that authority away from you, okay? You've already learned those lessons. You've been there, done that, okay? So proud of you, Virgos. Go get them, okay? It's a good week. Oh, and thank you for everyone that was watching and subscribing. It's just been so wonderful. And if you haven't subscribed, if you would consider subscribing, we're trying to reach other kindred spirits. It's so great to spread the word of tarot. Thank you so much, guys.